Here they go again with the nonsense. Man, why can't they just do things right? Why can't they just do chicken right? Morning, scrubs. Hit the like button, please. What's up, Marcus? I see you. Oh, this is huge this morning. There are a lot of different movements happening around the globe, and this just happened to be one of them. Business talk of the day. "401k shade." Straight goofy. Uncle Shannon. Yep, so everybody knows Shannon settled. We've already went through that. But this is a man that wouldn't give his black baby mamas nothing. Grabbed his black baby mama, lifted her up, and threw her out the house. Physically removed her. Slammed the door. Locked her out. Argued about getting braces for the kids. Wouldn't pay $2,000 for braces, even though his insurance money covers all of this for his kid. Then it gets worse. Not only that he didn't want to do that part, he didn't want to go ahead and do a part that was completely on the level. He didn't want to pay for his daughter's wedding. Man, $30,000. Oh, that's too much money. You can get married in the backyard. You don't need all that money. No. But you give some 20-year-old white girl who was on OnlyFans begging for dollars and cents, showing her bits on national internet for everybody to see. Her teety beaties. You pay her multi-million dollars. This is embarrassing, folks. And you know how embarrassing it is? Do you want to know how embarrassing it is? She went on OnlyFans and announced her retirement. She thanked all the people on OnlyFans that helped her get to where she's going. But now she's here. Oh, I'm out of here. See, that goes to tell you, it's all about the money. I have $780-some million. Would not matter to me. I'm going live. Because I didn't do this for the money. I did this for free for years before they even thought about putting money on it. So I must enjoy what I do. When I don't enjoy it no more, I won't do it. That's all. It is as simple as that. Well, see, here in Chicago, it gets cool at night. It dropped to like 70, 60. Then it heats up through the day. So right around this time, it's kind of warm, kind of cool. You can take a jacket, you cannot take a jacket. But in Chicago, you have to always be prepared. Now, let's get to this. So, as this woman retires, if you're my Patreon members and y'all in here, y'all already know what time it is. You already know, back in May, I told you that this was happening. May. So back in May, I told you, hey, get ready. This is happening. Shannon Sharpe is settling. And what did he do? What did that human being do? Settle for millions of dollars. But guess how much money she actually got? All the words are starting to leak out. Because old Gabby is out there getting a little loose at the lips. And while getting loose at the lips, things were starting to ooze through the cracks. That she got paid $17.3 million. $17.3 million. That is the word on the street. Now, how much of the 17 yet to be determined. Lawyer fees, attorney fees, and everything else Shannon Sharpe had to pay for. Not only his lawyers, he had to pay for her lawyers too. So, now, from what I've been told, payments are being made in installments. So, first installment is supposed to come through. That was supposed to be down immediately, like I believe 5, 6, 7 million. First installment payment. Then the next one is supposed to happen in another 90 days. Don't know how they're gonna divvy it up, but she's getting paid in installments. And if Shannon Sharpe doesn't make payments, there's penalties to ensure that he better make those payments. Busby's cut, we don't know. I think that's why it's 17 million. A lot of people believe it's 15 million, but no, there's a 2.3 million, I believe, that went to lawyer fees for this whole thing. So Shannon Sharpe paying for the legal fees probably is what bumped it to 17.3. So Shannon Sharpe lost about 7 million more than what he was willing to pay. And because he was cheap and didn't realize he was hit with the setup, then all of this avalanche happened, and then it ruins it. Now you got to be hoping, wishing, and praying you can get back on ESPN. Because it's settled They took the R word off of you. But now, I don't think you're going to be allowed back in the office. See, when Shannon Sharpe came there, and they used to bring him in the studio, and he used to accidentally say Skip name, I'll tell you, Skip. Man, I said it again. You know, man, we done did about 6, 7, 8 years. Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna take some time. And then the next time he did it, he hit the doggone table. Man, I'm telling you, Stevie D, man, I'm telling you right now, if we don't go through this again, boy, I'll tell you, Skip. Boom! Slammed on the table. Stephen A was, calm down, big fella. Just calm down. It's okay, brother. We understand. It's been all those years. I'm on your side. Calm down. Transform back to Shannon. Transform back to Shannon, please. Please, just do that. Just calm down. Now, what's lucky for him is that the ratings have dropped dramatically on First Take without Shannon Sharpe. Without Shannon, there's no life. So everything is dull. They try to do stuff. It's forced. It's artificial. People just not watching like they were when Shannon was there. So that tells me he might be back, especially during the NFL season. It was funny because everybody wanted to run to television to get money, right? They felt the way to get money is to go to television. We need to go to television route. That's where the money is. That's where the sponsorships are. Wrong. People on the internet was making money. And about time people figured that out, they said, whoa, wait a minute. People was like, there's money here on the internet. We don't really need television. And everything, you know, you start seeing every athlete, every player who dribbled a basketball, threw a football, caught a football, hit a baseball, they all on the internet telling stories. Hey, well, why are we gonna let y'all internet dudes do it? I was like, remember y'all was dumping on us? Y'all was too big to speak to us. Now y'all out here telling the story. Once we was telling the stories and didn't need y'all, it was like, all right, I'll tell the story anyway. You ain't gotta be there. Now here they come. First I had the gun. Then I said, here, you kick the gun. They in here telling on themselves. Don't know how to do it the right way. And the Elbert County said that they can reopen the case. What? And now with this exculpatory evidence, they now know where to look for the gun. Can they do that? There's no statute of limitation on that crime. If they decide to reopen the case, they finally got a break in the case. Your testimony on that podcast show. Oh no. Now, yes, definitely hit the like button up. Here's the kicker for Shannon Sharpe. He's in a dangerous dilemma because most people his age, they don't usually get a second chance. And Shannon Sharpe has what you call a reputation now. Like there was an alleged, supposedly cover up at Fox where he settled with a woman while he was on Fox. Some type of assistant or whatever. That came out once all this other news came out that only people who worked there knew about. Now, when Shannon was still allowed to work there, I told you emails were sent anonymously to the HR department of ESPN saying that they didn't feel safe with Shannon Sharpe still working for the company. And it sends a very bad message to any female working at the company. There was multiple, like whether it could have been a spam or not, they were all anonymous, they were all written in there, all say I work here, sent in anonymously to HR. So something had to be done about Shannon, and that's when he decided to write the letter saying, I'm just gonna step away. They were like, we're gonna have to sit you down till this thing gets resolved. We can't keep putting you on there. Now, big thing for Shannon is that his Club Shay Shay platform, thanks to the Cat Williams interview, has put him in a multi-million-dollar position. He was looking at a $100 million valuation just for that show alone. Nightcap is going to be syndicated also. Multi-million dollars attached to that one. So Shannon is looking at possible $160 million valuation. Having 2 podcast shows in the top rotation. Absolutely. Look, all this time people thought they think one way, then they move another way. Then they try to pivot back and do something else, and it just doesn't make any sense. It really don't, because the only person they hurt is themselves. Shannon had so much, it was so much vested. Yeah, well, during that time, it's different. You got to think the long game. A long tenure. Old Club Shay Shay wasn't thinking that. Old Club Shay Shay was thinking, no, I got to get mine. Because she ain't going to be pulling up thinking she can do everything she want. Nope, your freaky way, Mr. Freaky Frog, Shannon Sharpe. He got himself mixed in some doo-doo. Now, because Mr. Freaky Frog got himself involved, hey, he put himself in a bad predicament. He chose to be that freaky frog. Nobody asked Shannon Sharpe to do any of that nonsense. Nope, he chose. now. Shannon got the money because he about to get the money. So to shut her up now, right when it comes out, he about to get $100 million deal. It's best to settle right now. Shannon gonna be everything I got is in the houses. My child support. I got a couple rings, some jewelry, some clothes. Everything else is caught up in investments. I ain't got nothing else. Now, how do we feel about what? Feel about what? There's nothing to feel about. No, that's the authority of others. I don't be feeling that way. No, the more and more people try to stay the same. Club Shay Shay is not sold. That's his lifeline. Yeah, he had multi-million-dollar payments coming from ESPN. And if they wanted to buy him out, because he just re-upped his deal, they probably would have to pay him another $15 million just to close him out. Well, see, they had to, when he first started Club Shay Shay, it was on Fox Sports Live. They allowed him to shoot his podcast show on their lot. So when you allow someone to shoot on your lot, that's normally how it goes. Yeah. I mean, on the lot. So you think about how much money you're saving just shooting your thing on the lot. So now Shannon has to pay for that. He's got to pay for studio time. He's got to pay for everything that's being allotted. So if people wanted to bring their own equipment in, get their own stuff going, that was always up to them. Oh, there's several people out there who see things differently. It's not a far stretch from the imagination when it comes to that. What's a far stretch from the imagination is people feeling indifferent about the situations that's been presented in front of them. How many times have you watched television and you've seen countless times there's people who do shows and that show would move to a whole nother studio, they get a whole new lot, or they'll set it up the same way. And Club Shay Shay is set up like a lounge to appease not the young audience. Club Shay Shay is there to set up and appease the mature audience. And as you can see, the mature audience outweigh the YNs. Because YNs, they watch something a couple of times in a row, and then they dip out. But when the Club Shay Shay had Cat Williams, it got the YNs, it got the mature audience, it got the conspiracy theorists, it got them all in one bowl. All race, all color, all creed. And that's how you get all those millions of views. Sponsors like Boost. Boost is a part of the volume. Okay? And right now, Club Shay Shay is up for licensing. So they're up for licensing. Oh. So now everybody's up for a licensing deal. We're all looking at the department and we're saying to ourselves, what's going on here? Oh yeah, we often said that because everyone we knew during our time was different. No. He did not call him a boy. He just told him to put his glasses back on. Like, put your glasses back on. like it is not that serious. Like, what are you doing? Put your glasses back on. But at that time, Shannon was already in snap mode. There's been plenty of arguments on that show that it wasn't even a show anymore. I had to show you guys that because I used to watch it every morning. I used to tape it, watch Undisputed. And when Skip started using somebody who almost died on the field as his catalyst to keep doing what he's doing, then there lies the difference. I was like, man, I can't support you no more, Skip. You go that tacky. And then the karma for Skip, it came full circle. I know TV is a dying breed because everything now is streaming. The internet has defeated television. And the reason why it has defeated television, because it's easier to access and you control what you want to watch, when you want to watch it, how you want to watch it. That's going to be hard to beat than someone giving you a TV guide and a schedule and a program. But some people like a program. They like to be told what to do. They don't want to have to think for themselves. They don't have to search nothing. So for those people that are into the real world and don't have time to be online, see, like these guys here doing construction on that house. They in the real world. They ain't got time. They ain't got time for the ridiculous. Well, I understand what you're saying, Black McBain. He said, I want to see women speak on women's sports and men speak on men's sports. But here's the thing. Is there such thing as men's sports? It's played by all males, but it doesn't mean that all males watch the game. You see females in there, you see girls, and hell, some places there's more women than men. And once you start doing that, you're eliminating one sex. You're eliminating probably 50% of your revenue, if not more. Go look in the stands of a WNBA game and see how many men out there in the crowd. It's a lot of them. Well, they got put in a situation they weren't happy with. So because of that, you think you're going to be happy? Shannon Sharpe ain't happy with spending $25. You think he happy with spending this money? Hell no. He just happy to have this all behind him. But now he got to get rid of this Michelle Bundy lawsuit, because they all finna come pouring out now. They said, oh, Shannon settled. Well, I got something to throw on them. They finna all come out the woodwork. But the black women never sued you, Shannon. The women that had your children never sued you. Never sued Shannon Sharpe or Shay Shay. Your stylist, who's black and gay, never outed you. He could have publicly came out and did a lot of damage to you, son. But he never outed you. Never did. He kept it classy, San Diego. He kept it classy. All of them are black. And they never did you in. They still stood by your side. Even your black children, who you hid all this time, and only when you was faced with controversy did you bring your black daughter out. When everybody was calling you, that's the only time you brought your black daughter out and start going everywhere with her and making her a part of your life. Then when your daughter's getting married, what you do? That's a trick question. Who would think Shannon Sharpe be more weirder than Prince? Prince is like, I only pretend to be weird. I only dress weird. I don't act weird. Well, sometimes Shannon had to learn what we do is what they used to complain about is the stuff that he was doing. He would go on Nightcap and get unhinged because he want to feel like I'm one of the boys, man. I'm Shay, man. He started talking reckless. And when you start doing that kind of stuff, you damage yourself without even knowing. You do so much damage to your brand. All the stuff you building up on Club Shay, you tearing it down on Nightcap. You this nice, well-mannered man who's just interviewing people, and then turn that into on Nightcap. Now you this, oh man, I'm homeboy. Oh, nah, yeah, man. I tell you, boy, I be going deep. I be giving it to him. It's like, come on, dog. You almost 60. What is you talking about? You about to blow the whole bag just to try to prove you down. Once he thought they was gonna do a special on Hulu with what's his name? Hollywood, who I spoke to. If you on my Patreon, you already know I spoke to Hollywood. So I spoke to Hollywood, right? And Hollywood said that anybody believing Tasha K is a fool. There be no need to deal with Tasha K. Every time Shannon gets in trouble, they always revert back to Hollywood. Why can't they just let it go? Just let it go. It's like, we all know the truth. Do we really care that much? Let it go. Now, what this goes to illustrate is that how the guys who sit there and try to dictate to us about standards and we got to be standard, we got to be professional. And see, that was wrong with us black folks. We don't want to be on time for nothing. We don't want to do nothing we supposed to do. We ain't supposed to do this. We supposed to be excellent. We supposed to be standards. Meanwhile, Mr. Standards is in his 50s dating a 19-year-old that work out at the gym trying to get a sweat so that she can get a $10 tip on her OnlyFans. You took her net worth from $32,000 to $17 million. This the same man who had Larry Brown, or wasn't it Larry Davis, as his lawyer. What good was that gonna do? Mm-hmm. No, I spoke to him. Wasn't no sitting down with him. But see, Hollywood don't hide who he is. He's open being what he is. He's open in his own psychosis. Well, there's different levels to things. That chick is not attractive looking at all. She must have been down for doing. Of course, I told you. That's what they down for. You heard the tapes. You heard the text messages. That's what they was down for. Your thing is you have to, well, you have to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep pushing, because if you don't, where you gonna end up? At the end of the day, where you gonna be? Mm-hmm. You better believe it. Shannon going to the strip club. Shannon gonna be like, I got $12.50. Now I'm with that is other $2.50. You gonna have to really work, girl. So imagine this man having to spend that kind of money to settle with this girl. Had only he agreed to pay a little bit more. Why she didn't get the whole 50 million? Well, normally when you sue, you don't sue for what you, hey, when you sue, you're not suing for the amount that's owed. You're suing for like 2 times, 3 times the amount. So y'all can come to a figure that's probably a little bit higher. Well, they say, okay, we're gonna meet in the middle. But the middle is gonna be way more than what you was supposed to get anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, his podcast deals are still on the table. That don't stop nothing. He settled his lawsuit. He's in the clear. Oh, yeah. No noise. Everyone is sitting here watching. Hit the like button, please, because this is real talk. This is how you end up throwing away your life, throwing away your money, throwing away everything that you love. This is how it's done. This is how it's conducted. These fools got in an accident right out here on the street for no reason. What's up, D-son? So, the more people try to hide who they are in real life in real time, the worse scenarios and situations become for them. You end up spending more money when you could have just actually took care of the situation. Let me tell you what happens in the tech business world, right? What people do is see who's making a lot of money in tech and business, and what they would do is saying, okay, they're making a lot of money. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to sue them. I got this thing here, and this is going to say I got a chance. I bought this thing, and this is impeding on my rights or whatever. I have a patent for this, and it's impeding on my patent. Even if it's not. They'll say, I can settle this out of court. We'll just say it's an even $20,000, $35,000. Right? Let's do that. All right, you pay the $35,000, and then you just like, look, I don't want to be extorted. I'm gonna fight this thing. So you go to your lawyer and says, I'm gonna fight, I'm not paying, sending the letters back and forth to that guy, to your lawyers, saying that this isn't fair, it's a shakedown, I'm not going through it. So about time you win your lawsuit or you go to court, it's not gonna be worth it. It'd have been more worth it for you to pay the money than continuously going down this drain of just throwing away money, fighting this thing. You know what ends up happening? As soon as you win, your lawyer gonna send you a bill for like $45,000. He gonna be like, I won the case. Well, it's gonna be good. Here's my fee. So had you just paid the 20-something thousand, you wouldn't be paying 40-something thousand to your lawyer just to send the letters out. even though you didn't have to go to court. You see? If Shannon Sharpe would have just settled with this woman behind the scenes without leaking out all this stuff to try to get people back to the tables, they were already in mediation. It was a dirty tactical move by Tony Busby, but I guess they wanted to show they meant business, and they will weaponize the internet to get what they want. And then, boy, did they do it. They used the audio to make Shannon look bad. Big old black guy. Choke out white girl. I just want to choke the living out of you. Boy, I'm telling you, American households is already scared of Shannon Sharpe. Now they met real Black Hawk. You went and filled in every stereotype they had about black folks. And you supposed to be Mr. Standard. And you turn into what? Angry black man. Then tried to out Ocho, who's another idiot. He went over there, got engaged to a woman who bossed his ass around, and she make more money than him and treat him like he the beta he is, and she the alpha, but he think he winning. Then she kicked him out, told him we splitting up because he cheated or whatever happened. And you on there crying, baby, why don't you talk to me? Come on, baby. Baby, I know. Y'all hooked up for sex. She's like, I want to sleep with him. And that's how it happened. You hook up for sex. And that's what your relationship was based upon. Nothing with foundations. She talked about you like you're a product, like you're an it. All you are to her is a sex object. She go out with her friends, get drunk, come home, tell you to be home and get ready. And you do it. Roles are reversed. But she was always an alpha. She was in the military. She was taking charge, giving orders. That's what she did. She didn't wait on people. She took charge. She was like, I move like a boss. Yeah, real is cute, but it'd be those cute ones. They'd be full of it, full of themselves. And I'll be like, I don't care how cute you are. You never gonna devalue me. Or make me feel less than. You don't have the right. I would never give you that power over me. Yeah, I tried to date an alpha. Boy, oh boy, that didn't work out. That didn't last long at all. I'm like, I made the reservations for dinner. I'm like, all right, I made the reservations for dinner. Okay, cool. Finna go out. And she says, well, I'm gonna be a little bit later. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. I'll change the reservation. Cool, I call, change the reservation. Next thing you know, I get there and I'm like, what's going on? Why we ain't getting a table? I come to find out, he's like, we got 2 reservations at the same time. And I'm like, who made it? You went and made a reservation for the same time? You see all these people here, you holding up 2 tables. This is why we can't get our table. I'm like, why would you call and make a reservation when I already told you I made the reservation? And all I had to do was change the time of it, not for you to go and make a whole new reservation. Why would you do that? Oh, just go cancel yours, because we got... This is a power play. This whole thing is a power play. You got to be in charge of something. You don't know how to let go. But I do. This is over. This is the last meal. See, when I observe a problem that I know is going to be a problem, I don't want to spend months and months trying to get you to stop being an alpha. No, forget that. I ain't finna be running my head against the wall. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to figure it out. They never got a chance to figure it out. So who was that on? Is that on them? Is that on me? Who was that on? Right. Exactly. We always made the example of. What about Dana White? When they gonna make him the example? Brett Favre, all the wonderful things he's done since he's not been playing and while he was playing. When they gonna make him the example? You see what I'm saying? They always whitewash everything else. But for us, oh, we got to get tarred and feathered. And people out here moving like there's no problems. When it's nothing but problems. Ah, they said, but they don't mean it. Yes, you've accompanied me along for my walk. Oh no. You have to understand something. When people are in their bag and they're in their mix, leave them alone. Mm-hmm. They went all the way. When somebody love you, they'll prove it to you. Shannon Sharpe wasn't in love with a woman and had to get that woman $17+ million, but he blamed black women. Throw them under the bus. What does that say to your daughter who's black? Your son who's black? That if our own father view another race better than us, what does he think? What is he teaching us? Mm-hmm. Well, Shannon Sharpe played chicken and lost. Well, it's so much that going on in the world today, but you got to think about it from a realistic standpoint. There's only so much you could do in this world, in this society, and time. Period. Mm-mm. Yeah, she retired from OnlyFans immediately. She says, "Today I have decided to retire from my OnlyFans account. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past year. This community giving me a life." She said she given me a life I could never have imagined. I still be active on social media, and I have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for the next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. I'm like, forever and ever. I'm like, I don't know who was following you. Oh, Gabby. Yeah. So that was her statement to everybody when she put that out. We still have heard nothing from Mr. Sharpe. Now, with ESPN owned by Disney, right? Most people believe to bring Shannon Sharpe back to work, how do you do that if you're Disney? So you, because of your ways, Shannon, you let this 21-year-old, 22-year-old girl who was on OnlyFans, who was begging you for 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 a butt job. Now she can get her butt that she always wanted. She's like, I want a black girl butt. 20K for each cheek. Shannon Sharpe, you gonna be walking around with one knot on the cheek, one knot sticking out. I ain't paying for all that. Now you paying for all that, a house and more. See, Shannon got that helmet head. You see how his head is shaped? They got from putting that helmet on all the time and that thing smashing on the side of his head. Got that helmet head. Her CTE must have kicked in. Yeah. Oh, Fela Speaks is number one in the chats. Okay. I see. No, they don't want that. See, the main scenario is the same problem. Shannon Sharpe, this ain't probably the only one you didn't had. Now all of them gonna think they can get 15, 7 million, 2 million. They're gonna be looking for old text messages, old phone calls, old threats. They're gonna be looking for everything they can find on you. All it takes is one settlement. Next thing you know, here come a girl you dated back in the day who was crazy. Now she wants something for you. All of them want something for you. They gonna walk into Shannon Sharpe and fall down. And you created all this. Ain't nobody out to get you. You put the bulls out on your back. Once the Cat Williams interview hit, you should have known they gonna be coming. But your ego went through the roof. You was untouchable. You was the number one thing in the galaxy. Couldn't nobody bring you down. The only person that could bring you down was yourself. And you did that. You let yourself down. You know why LeBron's still on top? Because he married to a black woman. Now, we all know Bron been out here bunny hopping. We ain't need Drake to tell us nothing. But what did we know? She still said, I ain't gonna destroy that black man that's loved by all these black people. I ain't gonna destroy this man. Because they waiting on me to do it. But that's my kid's father. I ain't gonna destroy him. Everybody like, girl, you need to leave him. Girl, you need to leave that guy. She said, nah, I ain't leaving. Now, if she'd have left when y'all told her to leave, Savannah James would be just some wife who divorced a man, let him run to who he wanted. Them white girls. And then they've been out there getting billion-dollar endorsement deals. She's sitting out there on the outskirts with her little, one-time payment. Why it's running dry. And ain't nobody focused on her no more. When Mike was playing, Juanita stayed married to Mike until he retired. Once he retired, she retired. She's like, that's it. It's over. She left Mike for good. Mike gave her a divorce settlement. Thank you for putting up with me. Here's $170 million. She got $170 million out of Mike. And you think that was something? Mike he made that in a year. He made that money back. Now he ain't got to look over his shoulder for her coming at him for asking for something. Plus, they got a good relationship. They ain't got no problems. She free to do whatever she want to do. She balanced her money well, and she is not in the spotlight. Why do people have to be so difficult when they don't have to be? That's what I don't understand. That is not difficult to do. And I'm like, I don't know, what is it that you see in this 21-year-old and what she had to offer, but more than some weird sex. And you know she's doing it for the money. She ain't looking at you like, hey, 57-year-old man. I was looking for somebody like you. You're older than my daddy. Just what I was looking for. Big black hawk. Who older than my daddy. Oh, you see how they did me? They tried to pull it. Sailor Moon. Yeah, they tried to pull it. Man, look at Shay Sharpe, got them on the thing. Like Shay Sharpe, man, he talked about me. Go on there and cut that thing off. Cut that thing off now. Cut that thing off. Unplug these lights. They'll be, get out of here, Shannon Sharpe. You can't be in the YouTube office. Man, I had the biggest video on YouTube. You better take them down. You better take that thing out of me. I'm going to pull this thing. What this thing do? Don't pull that, Shannon. He in that black hawking, baby. Yeah, that's what I do. She's gonna be, oh my God, why do you want to hurt me? I want to break your goddamn neck. Cause you did all that to me, Gabby. But I didn't do anything. I did what you asked me to do, that you forced me. I did not want to do it. See, I just right now just want both my hands around your neck. And then I just want to squeeze till I hear a snap. Snap, crackle, pop. Yeah, snap, crackle, pop. Pop go to Weezer, because the Weezer go pop. That's scary. I would never say such a thing. Why would you do that to me? You don't really care. You want to give me trauma. You're gaslighting me. You say that one more time, I'm going to break your goddamn neck. Shannon Sharpe threw the money away a long time ago. Oh my God, that's terrible. Why you want to hurt little me? Oh, I swear to God, you's in front of me right now. It'd be nothing but blood on these walls. it'd be nothing left for you. You just be all over these walls. The DNA guy gonna have to come in here and be like, I don't know who was in here. That is so mean. And it's like you're gaslighting me, and if you don't stop right now with these words, you making me angry. Every time you open your mouth, Gabby. And you gonna shut up right now. I don't want to hear it. Don't say it no more. Okay, I'm scared. Oh man. And they got over. Gabby got the bag. Carlito Freeze is back. It's been a minute since we seen Carlito. The ESPN Strangler is back. Now, I don't know if he comes back. We gonna find out in August. He got the case cleared, but let's see what Disney think. Disney gonna be, you let this man commit a violent act, settle out of court, and then comes back. Well, it's be like, well, it wasn't a criminal case. He had a civil case. Now you're gonna see Disney make a decision that a lot of people are gonna be either happy with or unhappy with. My take is that he will be back on ESPN because he generates ratings. He moves the needle. And in a time where the needle is not moved, Shannon Sharpe definitely moves that needle. Him being away, nobody watching First Take. Those numbers are in the toilet. She ain't even $5,000 a month worthy. Right. That's crazy. Yeah, he has to pay the legal fees for Gabby. Uh, from what I was told, word around the campfire. Right. If you was on the Patreon right now, you know we showed y'all some jobs that's out there that's paying out big money. So you got jobs you guys wouldn't even know anything about. We put that on the platform. So Shannon Sharpe gonna be on OnlyFans in a minute. He gonna be on there. Yeah, it's your boy Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, thanks for joining my OnlyFans. Now I'm gonna get a little. Hey man, I do something right before two something. Come on now, come on. We need to get them donations up. Yeah, it's gonna be Shannon Sharpe on OnlyFans. What is he doing? I don't know. He got on a purple tutu. I'm going to my Lulu. He's doing the luau in a grass skirt. Need my luau. Yeah, I had to get my luau on. I'm gonna be on there tonight singing my greatest hits. You and me and a friend make three. I bet you it's slavery. Now we ebony and ivory. My Gabby, why you do this to me? Yeah, my money gone. It used to belong. They want me. Now I can't even go on TV. 'Cause of you, Gabby. Why you do this to me? You was my white daughter of the slave master. And I was the new black buck they were trying to break. We wrote that script, it was beautiful, the love we would make. But you wanted a baby. I said you're crazy. That ain't in the script we wrote. Now I'm broke. Gabby, why you do this to me? Gabby, you took my love from me. All $17.3 billion. Now my baby mamas are laughing for about an hour. Hey, hey, that's nasty work. That's nasty work, Shay. That's some nasty work, man. We blaming Shannon and not the lying Instagram slut. Well, let's see. What was the truth here? The guy said, y'all blaming Shannon. Well, let's see. He was in the club exercising. He decided to go over there and talk to the 19-year-old girl. Hi, I'm Shannon Sharpe. Do you want to role play with me? I'll pay you some money. Get you a purse. Okay. What do I have to do? You got to milk this cow. So Shannon going over there to her. She didn't come up to Shannon. Shannon went to her, offered the 19-year-old girl a package deal. She took it, role play, all Shannon Sharpe's idea. They sitting there coming up with all these stunts and weird things, activity. He want to be the slave. She the slave master's daughter. All these role play things they doing in the bedroom. And they recorded. She recorded him, started setting him up for the money, because she wanted to get some big money. She know he was cheap. But she was like, after that Cat Williams interview hit, after 2 years of doing this, she was 19 years old when they met. For 2 years, they've been getting it on. And you want us to blame somebody else outside of Shannon Sharpe. Why you ain't put that line's not? Of course she lied about being threatened, being R-worded, all this stuff. Of course those were lies. We knew that. We ain't mad at him about that. We mad at him about being in that situation. You put yourself in that situation. If he put himself in a situation like that and he was being shook down by a dime, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, Shannon, yeah. All right, yeah, okay. I see, yeah, all right, Shannon. All right, yeah, I'll probably blow a meal on that too. But not the chick that looked like she worked at what's her name? Chipotle. You got the Chipotle girl out here. I'm like, you got a Chipotle girl walking around out here. This is how black people correct each other. We roast you. Oh yeah, that's lotion, so I don't be ashy. See it right by the door. So if I'm going out the door, I grab some lotion and lotion myself up. What you think? I jerk off in the living room? Come on, baby, let's go! Shannon Sharpe! Whoa, what a day! What the hell is wrong with people? Hey, he'll be called, man, Fred Sanford will be calling this dude all kind of dummies. You big dummy. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. He be like, new Lamont. You big dummy, what did you do? Man, I had to pay this girl Gabby $17 million. 17 million? All this stuff in here, you ain't even gave me $30. You big dummy. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not going to go well. There's so much that went on, bro. It's not even funny. But it's so much that went down, bro. She will lose that money. Watch. Of course she will. She don't know what to do with the money. You see, she's talking about she finna start some projects up now. Any project you get behind, who finna? Well, you have no talent. So your only talent is sleeping with people. Yep. He need to go to trick and rehab. My name is Shannon, and I'm a trick. It ain't the problem. Ain't him tricking. See, that's what people getting wrong. It ain't about Shannon Sharpe tricking. It's about Shannon Sharpe tricking himself. He's tricking himself, y'all. That's the scary part. Shannon Sharpe is making himself believe that he's more like relevant to a situation than need be. I mean, seriously, Shay Sharpe is something else. He tricked her out of working. Exactly. It's tricking even if you got it. No, he's constantly in a position that no, there's a constant leak of information that came out, and they didn't even track down the source. They knew where it was coming from, and Shannon Sharpe releasing his text messages in public to try to make himself look better in the light just made it all worse. It was consensual. It was just like the White Howard, right? When he got caught with the dude, and 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 the kitty, right? The black dude dressed as a woman coming up in there, getting involved in that, and then they all three of them got down, and then he was. This is a lie. Everything that they're saying about me is a lie. It was all consensual. Consensual. We didn't care about that dude's claims. We knew that dude was lying about that. Nobody cared about that. Once we heard the word consensual, we stood up. Like, consensual? He just confirmed it. He confirmed all of it. Where's that meat? I need to see that meat. Show me that meat. I'm like, man, this dude is wild. Then his marriage, you knew that was going to end in a divorce. I'm like, why is he trying to force a lifestyle on people he know he ain't, it's weird. Now remember, I interviewed the person that stayed with him, who was working, was his assistant. Remember, we did that over here. with the White House. And it turned into an all-out war with them. And I wasn't finna jump in that pool of sharks. It was going down. He had a whole war going on. And I'm like, I don't want none of that smoke. Like, I don't know what it started. It was going back. So everybody started jumping in the chat. It started getting crazier and crazier. Yeah. It's a lot of things put in perspective that don't usually be. If I could have a freak off with any female broadcaster, who would it be? Um, well, I don't do a freak off. So that's the mildest though. The freakiest thing I'm gonna do is eat some grapes while while I'm in the middle of it. That's the beginning and end of the freakiness. Survivor Club Shay Shay. She about to write a book now, Surviving Club Shay Shay. That might be part of the agreement that she can't mention him no more. He can't mention her. I know I would have that in the agreement that this is it. Ain't gonna be no, you finna milk this story all the way out to the end. Right. People be doing too much. It's like, wait a minute. You get older, man, you ain't got time for all that craziness. You know how people used to set the stage, the ambiance, get the room lit up with the incense, the lights, had the music playlist going, all that. I was like, look, you get older, you ain't got time for that. It's like, get in the bed, watch out for my remote. Don't knock my remote on the floor. Set it over there. Shoot, I slept with a chick, the remote. I was looking for the remote the whole time. I'm like, where's my remote? It was stuck to her back. She was laying on it the whole time. What, you been laying on my remote? She was like, I was wondering what that hard thing was. I thought that was your, like a pole sticking out your mattress. That was your remote control. Like, yeah, I was looking for it. And then you probably drained all the battery out of it. Well, the girl like, the romance. I just don't feel the romance anymore. I'm like, the romance, that was out date 3. Romance was there and gone and after date 3. Now it's the when you going home. I got stuff to do. I'll be like, look, this is the 3rd date. It's the 3rd time I'm going out being nice to you. He was like, he's starting to change. All right, you used to hold their hand and walk with them. Let's hold hands and talk. Now you pulling them. Come on! Come on! Catch up! You walk too slow. Come on! Romance gone, baby. Yeah, this is cool. But I got to go ahead and get these videos ready for y'all. So if you're on the Patreon, remember, I went and found these jobs for y'all. Told y'all we was going to talk business. You're welcome. Now we're going to see who's going to take advantage of these opportunities. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life. Welcome to HDII TV. Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez. Scrub, I ain't seen you in a minute. Hope y'all all right. 78 Sports TV. And we out.